Hey guys, I wanted to continue on showing you how to combine some Airwindows plugins with MOOCs. So what I've got here is Airwindows EQ combined with PyWacket combined with bus colors. Now I use the preset for the channel strip that actually comes with MOOCs, and I'll show you that here in a different way. So you can see the layout's basically the same. What I did change was, if you'll notice here, some of these parameters are not the same as what I have in here with Airwindows. And of course the compressor is PyWacket from Airwindows. The saturation here, which is also included with MOOCs, has been replaced with bus colors. Again, just using the format that they had already created, because it's actually quite efficient. The gain and the high frequency filter here, as well as the tube limiter and the output stage gain, pan, and the mix parameters are all things that are included in MOOCs. And of course then the three individual Airwindows plugins. So I'll show you how this is set up. I'm not actually going to build this one as much as just that was done in the other video. Just kind of explain to you a little bit further, because there's some other things going on in here that were not included in the other video that I did. So the signal flow goes from top to bottom. Obviously we have an audio input here. It flows into the input gain, which is here. Then into the level meter, which you could see here. Then it goes into the high pass. Then it's combined through this module here, which basically splits the signal so that I can have a mix for my EQ here. I can have full dry signal or full EQ'd signal done here. That module is inserted by simply right-clicking here, add a module. Under Move Tools, go to Modules, Audio Processors, I believe it's the Audio Balancer. Yeah. I've just renamed it here, and that's done simply by right-clicking and, of course, clicking Rename. But then that module is inserted here. And the output from the high pass goes into the splitter. Then that signal carries on into the next component. The other end goes into the EQ, which allows you to get your balance of dry and wet here. This EQ is Airwindows EQ. Just like we had done last time, it's simply done by dragging these parameters over and creating this interface. Then the signal carries on into another splitter for the compressor, allowing me wet and dry here. Same concept. It goes into, of course, PyWacket. You'll notice here that this parameter knob is different. That you can choose by, well, let's go up here and turn on our editing. Right-clicking, Edit Properties, and you'll see here Editor Type. Right now it's set for a horizontal slider with the names above it and the value below it. If I wanted to make that a knob, I have a selection for a maxi knob. That turns it into a knob. So you have a few choices. That got big on me. Yeah, there we go. It's a horizontal slider with the vertical. I think I had selected the horizontal just then. Okay, so then that goes down into bus colors, which also has the same blend knob here. Oop, got to turn that editor off. Blend knob for my bus colors, which is here. And of course, I left the dry wet parameter off of bus colors because it's over here. I actually could have put this over here instead of having this, and it would work just as well. From there, it goes down into a tube limiter, which is no parameters here. That's just something included with MOOCs. From there, it goes into the output gain control here, which is simply a gain with a pad and a stereo pan. Not sure what this is. Looks like it says don't touch. This is, again, part of the preset that came with MOOCs. They've got a little dip here at the low end, almost out of the audible range. Not sure why that's there. It said don't touch, so I left it. Then it goes into another audio meter, level meter, which is down here beside the gain, and you can see that work. So that's how this one is set up, and you can hear what it's doing. The one thing I did put in here that the stock preset, oh no, they did have them in here also. I'll show you how to do that. This is one of the things. I'm not sure if that's the way they've done it, but this is the way I was able to get it done. In order to get that little button here, to be able to turn that module on and off, which is really cool, really useful to have, is to right click, add a component, and click here. It says module editor button, but it's going to want me to select my module. So go back to add component, module editor button. So in this case, we'll just pick PyWhackit. There you see this whole thing shows up basically just like it is here, and it allows you to turn it on and off. What I did do was simply resize it so that it showed nothing but the button. And then simply drug it into position. Selected the colors. You can copy colors from here and paste colors. It didn't work. Not sure why. There, just by selecting that, basically making it black instead of gray. I can drag that back out and delete it. Remove component. She's gone. Turn my editor back off. So that's basically Airwindows EQ, PyWacket, and bus colors. Hope that's shed some more light on some of these things as I figure them out myself. I've got a couple other things planned, such as how to get these blocks in here to where they're different colors and how they're actually individual. Well, they're groups, really. They're groups of parameters included in one little section, allowing you to do things like change the color of just that specific group, for example. But I'll cover that in the next video when I take a look at combining some other Airwindows stuff that I think is pretty neat when they're put together. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you soon.